The BenQ EX3501R is possibly the greatest curved monitor we've ever seen. My name's Joe from makeuseof.com and let's see what it can do. The EX3501R is something of a bigger brother to BenQ's EX3203R. While the models share many common features, the EX3501R is far bigger, but it can't run at such a high refresh rate as the EX3203R. Let's dig into the specifications. It has a 3440 by 1440 pixel resolution, a 35-inch 21:9 aspect ratio ultra-wide screen panel, a 2500:1 contrast ratio, 4 milliseconds grey-to-grey response time, 100Hz refresh rate, 1800R curvature, and HDR10 support. It's an 8-bit panel, but it covers 100% of sRGB. This VA panel is LED backlit and supports viewing angles of 178 degrees. On the back, you'll find an abundance of ports. There are 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, 1 DisplayPort 1.4, 1 USB Type-C, 2 USB Type-A downstream ports, and 1 DC input. The USB Type-C port supports 10 watts of power delivery. In real-world usage terms, this is enough to power a laptop such as a MacBook Pro, but not enough to charge the battery as well. The included power brick is rather bulky, but it's easy enough to hide away behind your desk. The stand provides stable but slim support for the roughly £22 monitor and is finished in a two-toned silver colour scheme. It provides roughly 2.5 inches of vertical movement and 25 degrees of tilt, and a giant hole in the back ensures there's plenty of room to route cables neatly. The first thing you'll notice about this monitor is that it's huge. It's bigger than some televisions and is approaching crazy sizes. The 1800R curvature is the perfect amount of curve. Anything bigger than 35 inches and you have to start turning your head to see each end. This is the perfect size for a monitor in our opinion. Such a large monitor has massive benefits, but it does take some getting used to. Creative applications such as audio or video editing really benefit from the extra horizontal space. Casual video watching may not always work so nicely, especially in full screen mode. If you're a serious multitasker, you can easily fit a video and a few web pages on the screen at the same time. Only certain videos can take full advantage of the huge display. Most YouTube videos, or almost any other content, is produced in a 16:9 aspect ratio, even this review video. These videos won't fill the screen, and you'll encounter serious pillar boxes with giant black lines to the left and right of the content. The best way to get around these pillar boxes is to watch content produced at the 21:9 aspect ratio. When you do this, the results are spectacular. This is where the monitor really comes alive. Providing you sit close enough, you can get quite immersed in your content. It starts to fill your peripheral vision, and the curvature helps push that media a little bit closer to your eyeballs. The EX3501R once again includes BenQ's proprietary eye care technologies. These range from basic low blue light modes for late night work sessions to the excellent brightness intelligence mode. This provides several configurable options, but the basic premise is simple. A light sensor is hidden underneath the logo at the front of the monitor. This senses the ambient light in the room and then adjusts the brightness and white balance to reduce the strain on your eyes. Having used this monitor for several weeks now, I can confidently say that this auto dimming works wonders. You can easily work in a dark room or work for long periods of time with varying daylight changes, never need to worry about the brightness. This monitor handles it all for you, regularly adjusting to suit the available light. You do lose some colour accuracy and contrast with this enabled, but that's a worthwhile trade-off and is irrelevant if you're performing basic web browsing or office work. Anything which doesn't require accurate colours can benefit from this eye care technology. While an IPS panel produces better colours and viewing angles, this VA panel isn't bad. Colours look bright and vivid, and a variety of manual adjustment or preset modes cater to a variety of different use cases. AMD's FreeSync support is something we've come to expect from many of BenQ's monitors, so you'll be happy as a gamer, and the maximum refresh rate of 100Hz is enough to make some games pop, but it's still lagging behind some competing displays. If you're buying this monitor for console gaming with the likes of a PS4 Pro or Xbox One X, then you have no problems with the refresh rate. If you've got a hefty gaming rig and like to push the pixels at refresh rates greater than 100Hz, then you may be disappointed. While 100Hz isn't terrible, it's certainly lagging behind the competition, even BenQ's other models. These are pushing into 100, 200 and 240Hz refresh rates. This really is a great monitor. Capable of reproducing fantastic colours, there's a lot to love. 4K content almost leaps off the screen, and the contrast ratio can easily handle a variety of applications. From gaming to media consumption, there's a reason this is sold as a video enjoyment monitor. If you're a photo or video editor, then this display may not be quite what you're after. While the colours do look great, it's really a consumer level product and may not be up to the requirements of a professional workflow. The huge widescreen format is wonderful for video editing, but you may be limited by the colours. There's no Rec 709 or DCI-P3 coverage figures, and it's not calibrated for colour out of the box. There's also been reports of slight colour cast between different production runs of the same monitor. None of this is bad from a consumer standpoint, but if you're a professional who depends on colour, BenQ's other offerings such as the EW3270U may suit you better. This huge display is excellent for gaming, home computer use or media consumption. Widescreen movies look stunning, and the huge array of ports cater to nearly everyone's needs. Almost anything really can benefit from the increased horizontal room. The only consideration with this monitor is if it's right for you and if you have room on your desk for it or not. Thanks for watching, and make sure you leave a like and a comment down below telling us what you think of the EX3501R. Subscribe to make use of it if you've not done so already, and make sure you visit the link in the description below to read our full review. If you want to own this monitor for yourself, all you have to do is enter our giveaway contest in our review. You can visit the link in the description below to do that. If you enter the code 100Hz into the contest, you'll get an extra entry.